It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. 4 boys have spent the night in hospital following an explosion sparked by nitro fuel near Bulahdelah. Police believe the children aged 11 to 13 set a small amount of the liquid alight, which then caused a petrol drum to explode at Narong last night. Graham Nickerson from the Hunters Westpac Rescue Helicopter says 2 boys were transported to the John Hunter Hospital, while the other 2 were airlifted to Sydney with horrific burns.
One in particular had to be intubated, which means that the doctor and paramedic actually put him to sleep and put a tube down his throat. So he was able to be, his breathing was monitored and the machine did the breathing for him.
A man's been charged with a number of drug driving offences over a crash at Williamtown which claimed the life of his 7-year-old nephew. Just after 4 p.m. on January 21st, a 4-wheel drive travelling on Madawi Road approached traffic waiting at the Nelson Bay Road roundabout. Police say the 4-wheel drive attempted to pass the vehicles on the left using a grass verge, but became airborne and crashed into a gully. The 35-year-old driver was tested for drugs and alcohol after the crash and has now been charged with 4 offences. He's due to face Raymond Terrace Local Court in May. Police hold grave fears for an elderly man who's been missing from Maitland Hospital since Monday morning. 86-year-old Herbert Nobby Bartlett had been receiving care after suffering a stroke 6 weeks ago when he'd left the hospital. Joanne Elliott from Police Headquarters says believed he could be in the Maitland, Kurri Kurri or Western areas.
He's described as being of Caucasian appearance, about 155 to 160 centimetres tall, with white-grey short hair, and was at the time wearing a blue pyjama top with white stripes, ash or cream-coloured shorts, ashy cream-coloured shoes, and was wearing glasses. Now, obviously, anyone who sees Mr Bartlett is urged to come forward or ring Crime Stoppers immediately.
Former Premier Barry O'Farrell has managed to avoid a costly court case over comments he made about the directors of a mining company at a community cabinet meeting at Maitland. New Coal Resources has decided to drop defamation proceedings against him after he apologised for making the remarks soon after an ICAC investigation into the company. Mr O'Farrell has also agreed to pay the directors legal fees. The New South Wales Liberals have labelled the Labor Party travelling con men during a visit to the Hunter in the lead up to Saturday's election. The remark comes as Labor berated the Liberal Party for making what they claim is unrealistic and extravagant promises to the Hunter and Port Stephens. The Liberal Party has promised to spend millions from the lease of the poles and wires to build the Hexham bypass. But Fair Trading Minister Matthew Mason-Cox says the Liberals have a well-funded plan for the region.
So I say to the people of Newcastle and the people of the Hunter, the Baird team has a strong plan for this region, and if re-elected, we will deliver in spades for the communities in this area. And it's wonderful to be here, particularly announcing funding for another sporting facility, which will be a very important addition to this whole region.
While the Upper Hunter is facing its toughest economic period in more than a decade, researchers are remaining optimistic about the future. The Hunter Research Foundation is releasing findings today after indicating its latest figures record 2014 as a dismal year for the economy. But Senior Research Fellow Jenny Williams is assuring residents strategic planning can raise business expectations.
We would very much like to see a strong coordination of regional stakeholders around strategic planning. So that means councils and chambers of commerce and other key stakeholders who could well be involved in some serious strategic thinking about the future of the Upper Hunter economy.
Now with sport, Belinda Delaceres.
The Newcastle Jets will continue their hunt for a second A-League win against Adelaide on Sunday, minus David Carney, who's been spectacularly ruled out of selection for the rest of the season. Sam Gallagher and rookie Radovan Pavicevic have instead been touted as likely contenders to join the wing for Andrew Hull, who's away on Ollie Roos duties. Coach Phil Stubbins says they'll have a fight on their hands.
We're looking forward to what Adelaide will bring. We've got our awarenesses of where they're strong, and that's pretty much all over the park. So we're going to have to be on our game, and they'll be looking forward to coming down here and playing against the Jets.
It's been revealed Knights rookie Pat Vaivai will step up for suspended front rower Corbin Sims when the team face Penrith this Saturday. The 23-year-old serving out a 2-game ban after pleading guilty to 2 Grade 1 dangerous throw charges from last weekend's win over the Titans. And the Hunter's own Melbourne Cup winner Protectionist will be looking to continue its killer run ahead of Saturday's Sydney Cup at Rosehill. That's Sport, I'm Belinda Delaceres.
2 in URFM News Time, 26 to 8.